would now turn the floor over to representatives from Water Not Waste to make their presentation.
Sure. Also, there were people who came in later, and I don't know if they want to sign up for speaking, so do you want to put this somewhere? Or?
If people want to go ahead and if you want to pass it around, if people want to sign it in the audience, they can do that.
Great.
If anyone who hasn't signed it.
All right, thank you. Okay, our presentation consists of a PowerPoint, so anyone who, the information is behind the counselors. Don't be embarrassed to turn away and not look at me, because the PowerPoint is there to sort of go along with our comments, okay?
Is this one?
Yes, that is the one. Yeah, oh yeah, and you have the packet too, so you can flip around.
So if you could just identify you and I'll begin the clock.
Sure, my name is Mimi Odgers. I live at 97 Glendale Road, and I am from the organization Water Not Waste. Does the microphone turn on? Is the microphone on?
Could I say?
Change in the way we can't see it.
Could I say that the microphone is not going to do anything to amplify her voice? It's just for the TV.
I'll talk loud.
If people speak up, that's how they'll hear.
Okay.
Yeah, counselors.
Same for the council. Same for the council.
Okay, speak up, you guys.
All right, we'll talk as loud as we can. The purpose of the Water Supply Protection Districts is to protect the drinking water supply for current and future generations. All water supply protection districts in Massachusetts ban landfills, and they do this because landfills have the highest contaminant threat to the water supply. Now, Northampton has 4 water supply protection districts, and 3 of them ban landfills. Only one allows landfills. This is the one that's over the Barnes Aquifer, which is shown in yellow on the map, and there's also a map over here. Now, if the landfill expansion proceeds, slide number 3, then Northampton will be the only community in the state to expand a landfill over an aquifer. Kind of stark. Now, all landfill liners, including double liners, eventually leak. Michael Gorski, who is the Massachusetts Department of Environmental Protection Western Mass Regional Director, publicly stated that he cannot guarantee that the aquifer will not be contaminated if the Northampton landfill expands. And in November of 2009, Northampton voters in every ward in the city overwhelmingly said no to expanding the landfill over the aquifer. Clean drinking water is essential for life. Once the water is contaminated, talking about economics, it is extraordinarily expensive to remediate. Now I'll turn it over to, I think that it's your turn now, Joanne. I'm turning it over to Joanne Bissett.
So Mayor, if you could just flip through the next slide. Those are the voter results, and then the next slide is for me to begin my part. Okay. These are a picture of wetlands south of the landfill, and that orange color you see is from iron precipitates called iron flock, and that's caused by landfill leachate. The leachate also causes the release of arsenic, and high levels of arsenic have been found in sediments of these wetlands. Arsenic was also found in private wells. The city provided an alternate water supply for one of these wells. Over the years, studies have revealed multiple toxic contaminants are in surface water, wetlands, the Hannah Brook, private wells, and wells that monitor the Barnes Aquifer. The Mass DEP Office of Research and Standards has stated there's visible hazardous material in the Hannah Brook and wetlands south of the Northampton landfill. They say this qualifies as readily apparent harm and is a risk to the environment. The landfill legacy is environmental contamination. What's happened to landfill finances? The current landfill operation has resulted in the doubling of sticker fees for residents using the city's transfer station. About $200,000 will be transferred from landfill revenues to the city's general fund this year, the host fee. No money will be transferred to the general fund next year. Is there a better way that is environmentally responsible? The next slide, please.
Yep.
Okay. Mass DEP and the Mass Department of Energy Resources are promoting the siting of solar panels on closed landfills, and there are financial incentives to support these projects. Several communities in Massachusetts have already signed contracts and are moving ahead. Fairhaven, Mass. is one of them. They signed a contract with Blue Sky Power to construct a solar array on its closed landfill, and they will receive $300 per year each year for the next 20 years in their lease arrangement, which will bring them $6 million. Greenfield, Mass. has signed a contract with Axio Energy to install solar panels on its closed landfill, and they expect to save $250,000 on their electric bill during the first full year of operation. Northampton's landfill site and abutting city-owned land might have 50 acres or more available to lease for a solar array, and this would have the potential to generate many millions of dollars of revenue for the city. Next slide. What hasn't been figured into the cost calculation is the value of clean water. 2/3 of the world's population is projected to face a scarcity of water by 2025. And in the United States, 36 states anticipate water shortages by 2013. The water in Western Mass is going to become even more valuable as time passes.
Next slide, please. I'm Adam Cohen from 134 North Street. I'll conclude the presentation. People naturally want to know where will our trash go if it doesn't go into our municipal landfill. Current local options among the Hill Town's popular disposal options include the landfill in South Hadley and the Covanta Waste Energy Plant in Springfield. Next slide. A future local option which is likely to open up, Volume Reduction Associates plans to open a private transfer station in Northampton soon, 20-acre plus facility on East Hampton Road. They'll start by accepting construction demolition waste from commercial haulers, then they expect to accept waste and recyclables from residents at competitive rates. Next slide, please. There are also out-of-state options. Apologize, this is very small, but the top line in New York, Seneca Meadows, Seneca Falls, facility there, including transportation, we can send our waste there for about $65 to $69 per ton, which compares just about the same with the $68.07 per ton Northampton was charging its commercial customers in 2008. Next slide, please. There are also money-saving opportunities should Northampton as a city contract with one commercial hauler to pick up all residential trash at curbside. The resulting efficiency is likely to reduce costs for many residents as well as use less fuel. Next slide, please. It's key to get the financial incentives right. Northampton's recycling rate on this chart is 34%, lags many of its neighbors and the statewide average of 47%. Sustainable Northampton Plan calls for 75% recycling by 2017. If the city operates a landfill, it has an incentive to tip more tons, not recycle them, to meet its revenue targets. Next slide. Please support the Drinking Water Protection Ordinance.